Dublin band Galaxie have been called Ireland's best party band, and it's easy to see why. When 10 met them on a rainy Wednesday morning at 9 AM in their secret underground lair, no kidding pop fans, they'd already played their first gig of the day.
We were done about an hour and 20 minutes ago, yeah. Just around the corner in Andrew's Lane Theatre, or Hangar as it's known now. Yeah, let's explain what we did.
Basically, it's like a wheatgrass rave, where it's like people get up early in the morning before they go to work and come around and go crazy for like a couple of hours. So basically, it's like basically playing a big rave, except it's before people go to work.
Galaxie have just released their second album, Le Club. It's a journey into the past brightly, a day-glow neon strip love affair to the electro 80s, but with a thoroughly modern feel. Le Club also delivers on the growing legend of Galaxie's live experience.
Yeah, that was absolutely true. I'd argue that there was a couple of instances, tracks we had that came very close, or nailed it, like Love System and Night Call or Midnight. Those songs to this day still stand up recorded. But it was a process for us to try to figure out how to do that. And I think the tipping point was working with Eric Bruchek in Los Angeles. He'd done LCD sound system stuff, and I said it before, no one was ever disappointed by an LCD sound system record or an LCD sound system live, so we kind of knew we were in good hands. And that was the reason we went over there. Do it now.
After years of singing about their romantic notion of LA, Galaxie got to visit their spiritual home to work on Le Club.
Do it now. Discover how. Do it now. It was actually that kind of romanticized notion of what Los Angeles meant to us, and I mean, we'd write different songs now. It'd be a very different album, but I mean, it's very much what we were going for.
Yeah, he totally got it. He's like, I know where you're coming from. You know, that idea still exists.
So, do you have this idea that the 80s was some kind of, you know, electro utopia with neon, kind of like pink everywhere and sci-fi everywhere? Let me tell you, lads, it was hell.
I don't know. You can see our faces. We are from the 80s. Okay, we grew up in the 80s. Here it was hell. It was like, you know, jumpers and crisp sandwiches. It was grim. But you know, what we had was the idea. What we had then was the escapism of movies and television and a brighter, more colourful world, and also probably more so than the 80s, because I would be reticent to say that we're in any way kind of retro. I think it was the 80s vision of what would be in the future. You know, they got mad into their grids and their neons and their kind of and their it was almost an Art Deco feel to them as well, yeah. which you can see on the artwork for the album. I think.
Yeah, but it's like Michael says, it's not to say that we're like completely stuck in the 80s and we don't have this idea of like, you know, we can't use any synthesizers that were made beyond the year 1986, because they're very much like 90s dance music would have been a big thing for us as well, and of course modern dance music as well. So we were conscious of making like a very modern record, and I suppose that kind of vein of romance or whatever from the 80s, that kind of like those you know, sound and colour tones and stuff like that kind of mean a lot to us. So maybe they come out a bit more.
Galaxie preach in a broad church of noise. They zip from Michael McDonald to Modern House, and from the Cars to Boards of Canada. But they're also well-known movie fans. So if these Dublin Danceniks were a film, what film would they be?
You first.
Well, you see, of course I'm going to say Jurassic Park, but I'm not going to say Jurassic Park.
Okay.
I would say Back to the Future, because it's probably one of my favourite films of all time, so I'm going to put that on us.
I'm going to say, and Dave will know why I said it, I'm going to say Michael Mann's Heat. Yeah. As it's as interestingly dramatically as it is steely, but it also right in the centre of it there's like this explosive action, you know. So that's good for me, and Dave will know that's my favourite movie of all time.
I was going to say Blade Runner, but it's too cool, so I'm going to say a mix of Blade Runner and Spaceballs.
Le Club hit number 8 in the Irish chart on its release recently. It certainly helped that Universal Records signed the band last January, so what difference has that made to Galaxie's plans for planet-eating domination?
Galaxie were so fully formed by the time we came to Universal. They loved what we did flat out. Like there was no like this is good, but we're not that into this side of things. So for us, it was just like having kind of a jet engine behind us, really. vinyl's coming next month and stuff. And I mean, I don't even care if people can buy that. I just want one. I've seen it. It's amazing.